Let's look and see how we can use the AutoCAD duplicate compare, drawing compare function to check your file against your colleagues. So here's a file that has been drawn, and I'll say that that's my file and it looks good and I'm happy with it. And here's another person's file that looks pretty darn close to the same, and I want to do a nice check. So if you can see, it's really hard to tell if they're the same or not because they're not necessarily in exactly the same place and things like that. So one way that you can do this is I've got both drawings. They don't have to be open, but that way I can know what the names are and where to find them and how to do all that. And so first you get into your standard drawing that you want to use as your baseline, the one that is, quote, right. Whether it's right or not, we don't know, but it's the one we're going to use. It's the main drawing. And then we go under the A, and we go to the drawing utilities, and there's the drawing compare command. And then it asks you, which one do you want to compare to? So I'm going to compare to this one that I've already set up. I've made a couple of little changes to it. So I'm going to use that one. Click. And this cool thing shows up. Okay. Green was my where there's a difference, it comes up in a cool little bubble. And where there's a difference, green is my original and red is my reference drawing. It's the one that I'm checking. Okay, so it's the one that's wrong in this case. Okay, so I've got a really nice visual, and everything else is right. So there were just 2 points that seemed to be off, and of course that made some other things be a problem too. So that's how it works, and you can check that out. You can do cool things. You can take export of these so that you've got them as a regular file, or I can just take a snapshot of the results so that I've got a record of it. So there we go. That's how you use the drawing compare.